Hey there YouTube, it's Nick with Feeding Fitness, and I thought I would do a special video today to mark my full year of logging in on Myfitnesspal. My streak has hit 365 days, so I'm going to make a video, and I thought what I'd do is talk a little bit about the importance of consistency and why it's important to log in, track all your food, and do that the majority, if not the entire year. Now, here's the thing. I logged in every day for a full year. Did I track my macros every single day for the full year? No. I don't think that is super important. I actually think that's probably a bad idea. You do need days where you take a break. So why log in on those days? Well, there are other things you can do with Myfitnesspal. There is a great community forum on Myfitnesspal that you can ask questions, help others, share motivational experiences, all sorts of things. And I use that frequently. It's also like a social networking, similar to Facebook. You have a wall and you can post statuses and other people do the same and you can interact in that manner. So those things keep me logging in. Even on days where I don't plan on tracking. And I think that's important because I'm just in the habit of at least once a day I'm pulling out my phone, getting into the app, and on days I'm going to track, I'm doing that all the time, pulling out my phone, getting into the app, tracking everything. And it really is a great way to track your macronutrients. There are other ways and other software, but I personally think Myfitnesspal is the best. That's open for debate, but that's just my opinion. So I looked back and I thought about things, and I wanted to figure out how many days I actually didn't track my macronutrients. And what I came up with was that it's somewhere between 20 and 25 days, which at 20 days is about 5.5% of the year. So that's the amount of time I left things to chance I didn't know what I was eating. I think 20 days is probably a solid number to go with. They were vacation, which was a week, and then my birthday, Christmas, Easter, and then just a few other special occasions sprinkled in here or there, or just random days where tracking wasn't practical. So what does that mean overall? Well, first of all, those aren't all cheat days. You can't have an epic cheat day 20 days out of the year. Well, maybe you can. It just depends on your overall goals and how bad your cheat days are. But it's not like on all 20 of those days I'm eating 7,000 or 8,000 calories and I'm just not logging it. Some days, there's a family get-together or a party or something like that where it's just, I don't feel like trying to estimate what every single dish everybody had in it, and I just eat reasonably. I actually may hit my goals or come close. Maybe I'm over or under on certain macronutrients. Maybe my calories are 200 or 300 over my goal, but that is still being fairly consistent. Those days don't really even mess you up. Then the days like Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter, where you're way beyond your calorie limit, those days, probably half, maybe 10 out of those 20 days, am I really overshooting my goals, and I know I am. And that's not a big deal. That is a small portion of the year. What you have to do to be successful long term is to minimize those days. And you don't have to eliminate them or eradicate them. I think 20 a year is appropriate. That leaves you more than one a month. So really lets you get through a vacation, get through holidays. Now here's the thing. If you're going to go on one 2-week vacation and another week-long vacation and then do all the holidays, you're going to double that number, maybe triple that number. It's going to be a lot harder for you to have long-term success if you're doing 40 days where you have no idea what you're eating, or 60 days where you have no idea. Then you're going to have to develop some other strategies to make sure that on those days you are still relatively coming close to your calorie goals. But again, you do need some days where you just kind of have what you want. So the take-home message here is to get accountable. Get something like Myfitnesspal, or get Myfitnesspal. It really is my favorite app. Get on there, and then you can track your things every day. Try and keep that streak going. It just helps with consistency. Even if you're not going to log anything that day, I still feel like it helps to just log in. And part of it really is you just log in to keep that streak going. And even if that's the only reason you log in, I still think that's a good thing because it helps you keep consistent. And if you're gonna bother getting into the app and logging in and seeing your streak, you're I think gonna say, well, let me track my food. Let me do it anyways. And again, there are gonna be those days where tracking's not practical, and that's fine. Have those days. Don't make them all the time, but still log in. Still be consistent. So that's really it. If you ever want to follow me on Myfitnesspal, my link it's in the description of every video on feeding fitness. Here's the thing, they have a maximum friends list, and I'm always at like within 5 or 10 friends of that maximum. So if you want to friend me, I ask 2 things, and if you do these 2 things, I will always accept your friend request. You need to have a picture that is not the stock. I didn't upload a picture. It doesn't have to be a picture of you. It just has to be a picture because they make a lot of fake accounts there, and they usually don't go through the trouble of uploading a picture. And then attach some kind of message, anything. If you say something and you have a picture, I will eventually get around to accepting your friend request. Usually at around 9 or 10 days of somebody not logging in, I have to kick them off the friends list and make room for the new people. So that's how it goes. But if you want to add me as a friend, just do those 2 things and I will accept you. So that's really all you have to do. So that was it. If you guys have any questions or comments about Myfitnesspal or being consistent, drop them down below. You can also ask questions over at Facebook at facebook.com/feedingfitness. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time.